Good morning, students. It is said that success focuses on the 6 D's: desire, determination, discipline, devotion, dedication, and destiny. If these 6 are there in you, nobody can stop you to become successful. Let's get positive vibe from this quotation and begin today's class of English. Today we will go through the 3rd chapter of your grammar book, that is appropriate prepositions after verbs. Although this chapter is already taught in the offline classes in most of the sections, but it's just a revision, you may call it. We will know that which are the correct prepositions used after particular verbs, because sometimes we Indians speak English or use the words of English as per our convenience, but we should know the accurate things. Especially you people as students, you should always try to use the correct English at correct place. So there are some very common prepositions mentioned in this chapter, and we will know that what is the proper use of these prepositions in a sentence. The preposition with, on, or about goes with the word or verb agree. The places are different, so these sentences or examples will help you to know the things in a better way. You may use your own sentences also, but let's go with the examples which are given in book. Agree, the preposition with goes with agree when it is about a person, and on or about with a thing, and agree to will be used when an idea, suggestion or proposal is made. As per the sentences, he agreed with me about the need for co-education in school. With is used because me is a person. We all agreed on the date. We are talking about the date, so it's a thing, so we have used on. He agreed to my plan. This is a suggestion or idea, so to is used. Second one is aim. The verb is aim. The preposition at or to will be used with that. Where to use what? Let us see. He aimed the gun at the balloon when we are talking about a thing. He aimed to finish the work by noon. That is an action. Number 3, arrive. The preposition at goes with at or in goes with arrive. The examples are: we arrived at the station in time, we arrived in New York on Tuesday, or we arrived at a decision. So when decision is there, we will use at. When it's a small place, we will use at. When it's a big place, we will use in with the word arrive. Number 4 is apply. So it should be to, apply to or apply for. So when we see the sentence, he applied to the school for a scholarship. So apply, the word to, the preposition to will be used with apply when we are talking about a thing. Number 5, ask somebody about something, like ask a person for a thing. Ask something, okay, of. I asked the servant about the missing book. Why don't you ask your father for more money? I ask a favor of you. You'll definitely go through the examples. It will be only help you to know the things in a better way. Borrow from. The preposition from is used with borrow. I will borrow the I will borrow the expensive books from the library. So the books which are costly, that could be taken from the library instead of purchasing. Then we have comparing a thing either with or with to. He compared her skin to ivory. Skin is very beautiful, so it is compared to ivory. We can compare his work with hers. when we are comparing with the another person. Congratulating on, we congratulate him on his success. Only on will be used on congratulate. Sometimes people use for, but it should be on. Depend on, when we are talking about a person, it is on. When we are talking about a thing, it is for. Children depend on their parents for food and clothing. Success depends on hard work. Okay. Then we have die. So we say die of are the cause. The dog died of an injury. I am dying for water. When you are wishing for something. Okay, I am dying for money. I am dying for water. I am dying for food. I am dying for a good mobile phone. When you require something. Divide into. Okay, divide into, divide between or among when a lot of people are there. Okay, the teacher divided the class into 5 small groups when it is breaking into parts. A brick wall divides its property from mine. Means my property is divided with a brick wall. Explain to, when somebody is explaining something to someone else. The teacher explained the lesson to the students. Get into or get out of or get on or get off. See, there are different prepositions for different places. Like they got into the car and drove off when someone is entering somewhere. Why don't you get out of the car and have fresh air? Means someone is coming out. They got on the bus at Patan. That is when someone is climbing over something, like using the stairs and getting inside. And get off the bus when in order to jump out from there. Laugh at. Sometimes people say laughing on me, but laugh will be always having at as a preposition after that. Listen to. Always to will be there with listen. Listen to the news on the radio every morning. Please listen to me. Look at, look after, look for. Look at will be used when you are looking at something. The teacher told us to look at the picture. Look after means taking care of somebody. So look after the children for a while. And when you are searching for something or trying for something, then for will be used. Like Mohan is looking for a job. Pay for. When you are paying something for something else, give money for something bought. How much did you pay for this book? Prevent a person from doing something. Rain prevented us from going to school. My father prevented me to go for the picnic. So when someone is stopping you to do something. Searching for, search for. We searched for the house keys. The police searched for escaped prisoners when somebody is looking for something. Shout to or shout at. He shouted to me to come. Means when you are shouting loudly, when you are calling somebody loudly, somebody is far. Why are you shouting at me when someone is speaking aloud and in an angry manner? Smile at. As we say, laugh at. Similarly, smile at. Smile at a person or thing. He smiled at the funny story. She smiled at me in a friendly way. Then we have speak to or speak with a person about something. I will speak to or speak with him about your problem. Similarly, talk to and talk with. The students talk to or talk with the teacher about this problem. Throw something at or to. The boy threw a stone at me. The boys are throwing the ball to one another. When something is thrown in a close distance, then it is at. Something is thrown too far, then it is to. Waiting for. Wait for a person or thing. We are waiting for Ram. We are waiting for a bus. Okay. We are waiting for the summer holidays. Write something to somebody. I write a letter to my parents. Okay. But when you are writing something like writing an essay or article or something, you may say I am writing an essay on the great leader or something like that. Okay, so this was the chapter appropriate prepositions after verbs. Okay, I hope you have understood, and the exercises you might have done. So you try it again, as it is given in holiday homework also. So you try it in the copy. First you do it in book and then in copy. Our next chapter is fourth chapter, that is appropriate prepositions after nouns. We have done appropriate prepositions after verbs previously. Now we will do appropriate prepositions after nouns. The first one is application to. We have done apply to. So similarly, application to. I made an application to the manager for the vacant position. Second one, also we have done arrived at as a verb. Now here we are using noun, so arrival at. Arrival at again. Arrival in a city. Someone will receive you on your arrival at the hotel. Our time of arrival in London is 16 hours, means 4 o'clock. Attack on. We always say the lion attacked on the deer. We made an attack on the enemy from 3 sides. The speaker made an attack on the government policy on taxation. Sometimes attack could be here also when we are passing comments on the policies of government. Attention to. We always pay attention to something. So will you pay attention to my words? You must pay attention to the teacher. Cause of. What is the cause of? Reason of. Cause of something. Cause for anxiety also. The heavy rain was the cause of the flood. There is no cause for anxiety. When we are talking about something which produces an effect, when effect is there, then we will use of. When reason is there, we will use for. Competition with a person for a thing. There is a competition between the 2 boys for the top position in the class. So when we are talking about 2 people, then we will write between. He is in competition with 10 other players. Okay, so with we will use when many are there. Control of or control over. I lost control of myself and called him names. It seemed you have no control over your son. A teacher must have control over his class. Control over we use most commonly. Then we have difficulty in. I have difficulty in solving the sum. Okay, I have difficulty in doing my work on time, like that. I have some difficulty in speaking English. The example given over here. Discussion about and on. We had a long discussion about the problem. We are having a discussion on Indian policies. So on, about. Okay, anything could be done. Our next example is effect on somebody or something. I am going to study the effect of heat on metals. Scolding has no effect on him. Failure of an in. Failure to do. You should not lose heart because of your failure in the examination. The Gulf War resulted in the failure of our plan. Her failure to answer my letters worried me. So different situation, different preposition is used. So you have to mark these things. Fine for an offense. There is a fine for driving too fast. There is a fine for not coming in proper uniform. Fine for the money paid as a punishment. Hope of or hope for success. Good luck. I have every hope of success. I gave up hope of going to college. We hope for fine weather. We hope for your success. Influence on a person or thing. The teacher has a great influence on his students. The weather has a great influence on the game. Interest in. We say no, I'm interested in doing engineering or medical or law or some other areas. So interest in. He takes a lot of interest in politics. He does not take any interest in his children. So in. Invitation to. We sent him an invitation to the party, not for. Key to. We always say, no, hard work is the key to success, or I was looking for the key to our doors. Need for something or somebody. Need of also. There is a great need for qualified teachers. I'm badly in need of money. I'm badly in need of help. Okay? Depends on the sentence. You have to take care of that. Proof of something. You are saying that the car belongs to you. Can you produce any proof of your ownership? Reason for something. What is the reason for this meeting? What was your reason for calling me up at midnight? Reason for, not of. Relation of one thing to another. Relation between also. Relation between. Relation of. Relation with. Good food and exercise have a close relation to health. There is deep relation between mother and child because two are there. Relation between the two countries have improved. Whenever we talk about two things or two people, we use between. We have friendly relation with Russia. When another person, if we have broken off all the diplomatic relations with that country. Our next number is reply to. Reply to a question. He said no in reply to my request. He hasn't given reply to my question or my call. Request to a person for a thing. I made a request to the headmaster for 7 days leave. I made a request to my friend to send me for sending me the notes. Respect for. He has great respect for the teachers. I have great respect for my parents. I have respect for my country. Sorrow at or sorrow for. I really feel sorrow at, either at or for your failure in the exam. Sympathy. Sympathy for, sympathy with. We have sympathy for the victims of the earthquake. When we are feeling pity and sorrow, we must feel sympathy with those who are in trouble. Both the same case. Okay. So when we are talking particularly about a race, then we use for, and sympathy with or sympathy for, both are used in the same way. Only for differentiate it, you have to see the character of the sentence. So these were the uses of preposition. We have seen like a preposition with with words, preposition with nouns, and we have also done in our previous chapters. You could see prepositions have become very important nowadays, because earlier, we have not given that much focus on a preposition. So we have done so many chapters till now of grammar. So I think in holidays you should go through this. So we have done the last these two chapters, chapter 3, that is preposition after verbs and preposition after nouns. You go through properly, so that you should know that with noun and with verb, mostly almost the same prepositions are used, but still you'll go through the exercise examples, do the exercises in book for better understanding. So I think I could make it easy and made you comfortable to know these things, the uses of preposition. So going to wind up today's class with a beautiful quote of Albert Hubbard. A little more persistence, a little more effort, and what seemed hopeless, failure may turn to glorious success. Going to finish today's class, dear children. Take care of yourself. Goodbye. Have a nice day.